We all know how the Bible goes. Thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. And so it's easy to think that Christianity is about following God's rules. Perhaps you have Christian friends, and that's exactly what it looks like, a bunch of do-gooders following the thou shalt nots. That's what I thought Christianity was all about. Sure, I didn't follow every rule, but I hadn't broken any big ones, and so surely that was enough to satisfy God and let me into heaven. I don't know if you've ever been to the fairground as a child and walked through the Hall of Mirrors, where you would stand in front of a warped mirror that would make you look kind of really tall or really short or really wide. In the Old Testament, the law did lots of things. It helped protect the weak and marginalised of society, but it also acted like one of those mirrors at the fair, except that it didn't warp the reflection, but rather reflected back to you the real you. Not the you that you put on show, but the real deep down you. The you that you hide behind closed doors, the you that even surprises yourself sometimes with the words that you say, the things that you think, the things that you watch. That's in part what God's law did. It showed us for who we really are, not law keepers, but actually law breakers. Just like when you walk past a pristine lawn and admire it, but suddenly when you see the sign that says, thou shalt not step on the grass, then suddenly all you want to do is stride straight across it. Okay, I may not be perfect, but surely I'm not as bad as others. Surely on the scale from pure evil to pure righteousness, I'm at the higher end, perhaps even in the top 50%. Surely that's enough for God to be happy with me. Like, I've never murdered someone. I'm not that bad. Except listen to what Jesus says. You have heard, thou shalt not murder, but everyone who is angry with his brother is due the penalty for murder. Ever taken the tube in rush hour? Well, then I'm pretty sure we've all committed murder in our hearts. And then when someone asks Jesus which of the commands is most important, as in which one would be really bad to break, Jesus replies, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. Simple answer. Love God with 100% of your heart, 100% of your soul, 100% of your mind, 100% of the time. And now we come back to that warped reflection in the Hall of Mirrors. As God puts his perfect, flawless mirror in front of us, the law, and we all see ourselves for who we truly are. Warped lawbreakers, not reflecting the heart of God back to him, but reflecting back our own hearts full of selfishness, pride, anger, murder, immorality. It leaves us in a predicament. Because if I can't do what God says, then there's no way I could ever save myself. We need help, and the solution can't come from myself, my own effort. The only person who can help us is God himself, as he sends Jesus, who performs the world's greatest and most wonderful exchange. As on the cross, he takes the penalty for our law breaking, so that we need not face it ourselves. A penalty he never deserved, because he perfectly lived out the law, truly one who loved God, 100% of his heart, 100% of his soul, 100% of his mind, 100% of the time. And wonderfully, as he takes away the penalty we're due, so in its place, he bestows on us his righteousness, his perfection, such that when God looks at us, he doesn't see the warped reflection anymore, but rather as he looks at us, he sees that wonderful, perfect reflection of the Lord Jesus himself. Why does God give us so many rules? So that we'd come to rely not on ourselves, not on our effort, not on our rule keeping, but on Jesus' death in our place, his perfection where we're imperfect, and the wonderful new life, new relationship that he offers us with God through his resurrection.